Welcome to Goddesses. I'm your host, Blair Minerva. Today on Goddesses, imagine a life dedicated to selfless service, yet stained by controversy. Today, we explore the shocking accusations leveled against Mother Teresa, questioning if her unwavering faith truly served the poorest of the poor, or if something far more complicated lay hidden beneath her humble facade. In a dimly lit hospice in Kolkata, worn hands tenderly wash the face of a man covered in sores. The buzzing of flies mingles with labored breathing. A small woman in a white sari with blue borders moves deliberately, each touch a meditation in compassion. This is Mother Teresa, though at this moment she appears more human than saint. The question that haunts her legacy lingers in the air like incense. How did a woman who dedicated her life to serving the poorest of the poor become one of the most controversial figures in modern charity? Kolkata in the 1940s suffocated under the weight of human suffering. Raw sewage ran through streets where children with hollow eyes fought dogs for scraps. The dying lay where they fell, ignored by passing crowds who had grown numb to such sights. Into this urban purgatory stepped a young nun named Agnes, carrying nothing but her conviction. The stakes were brutally simple. Every hour she hesitated meant another soul might die alone in the gutter. Before she became Mother Teresa, young Agnes Bojaxiu sat in the back pew of her Macedonian church, breathing in the familiar scent of beeswax candles. While other children played outside, she listened intently to missionaries' tales of distant lands. Her classmates mocked her devotion, but Agnes found strength in her difference. The stories of far-off suffering awakened something in her that would never rest. She knew, even then, that her life would follow an uncommon path. At St. Mary's High School, Sister Agnes found her first calling as a teacher. Her students adored her, but each day she watched them leave through the school gates into a city drowning in poverty. The contrast tortured her. Through the classroom windows, she could see the slums stretching endlessly toward the horizon. Her lessons felt hollow against the backdrop of such desperate need. Each morning, the distance between her comfortable life and the suffering outside grew more unbearable. Everything changed on September 10, 1946. Packed into a stifling train car bound for Darjeeling, Sister Agnes experienced what she would later call her call within a call. The jostling of the train, the press of bodies, the rhythmic clacking of wheels on track all faded away as she felt an overwhelming directive to serve the poorest of the poor. This wasn't a gentle nudge toward charity. It was a spiritual earthquake that would reshape her entire existence. By 1950, Mother Teresa had traded her traditional habit for a simple white sari with blue borders, marking the founding of her missionaries of charity. She stepped barefoot into Kolkata's slums, armed only with her faith and an unwavering commitment to serve. The transformation was complete, from comfortable teacher to servant of the destitute. Her new sisters followed, their white saris becoming beacons of hope in the city's darkest corners. If you're enjoying Goddesses, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, Be an Unstoppable Woman. Lead without apology using quiet power tactics from influential females like Oprah, Malala, and RBG. Now, back to the episode. But serving the poorest of the poor came with unexpected costs. Critics emerged, their voices growing louder as Mother Teresa's fame increased. They questioned her methods, pointing to basic hospices where medical care was often secondary to spiritual comfort. Christopher Hitchens labeled her a friend of poverty rather than of the poor. The controversy cut deeper than mere criticism. It questioned the very nature of compassion itself. What few knew was that Mother Teresa carried her own darkness. For decades, she experienced what she called a spiritual desert, feeling abandoned by God, even as she served in His name. Yet she continued her work, each act of service a testament to faith beyond feeling. Her private letters, revealed after her death, showed a soul wrestling with doubt while her hands never stopped serving. As her health failed in her later years, the criticism intensified. Her body weakened, but her resolve remained unbroken. Even from her sickbed, she continued directing her growing organization, now spanning over 130 countries. Her critics grew louder, but so did the testimony of countless lives touched by her work. The paradox of her legacy deepened, a woman simultaneously canonized and condemned. Mother Teresa's story isn't just about charity or faith. It's about the courage to act in the face of overwhelming need, even when doubts plague your mind and critics question your methods. Her legacy poses a profound challenge. What would you do if you stopped waiting for perfect conditions or universal approval? The poorest of the poor still walk among us, wearing different faces in different places. They might be in your city, your neighborhood, or even your family. You don't need to start a global movement or earn sainthood. Mother Teresa's most powerful lesson wasn't in the scale of her work, but in her commitment to small acts of love. Your calling might not come on a train to Darjeeling. It might come in the ordinary moments of your day, in the faces of those society has forgotten. The question isn't whether you'll face criticism or doubt. You will. The question is whether you'll let that stop you from serving in whatever way you can. Mother Teresa's hands were stained by the world's suffering, but they never stopped reaching out to help. What will your hands do today? On the next episode of Goddesses, imagine a world where faith and action collide, where one woman's unwavering dedication inspires another. Mother Teresa fought for the poorest of the poor. But what happens when the spotlight shifts to someone who was once considered other? In this week dedicated to master mothers, mentors, and community pillars, we explore Michelle Obama's journey from Chicago's South Side to the White House, uncovering how her resilience and personal narrative echo Mother Teresa's relentless service. The question remains, what truly defines a pillar of our community? Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, Be an Unstoppable Woman. 7 days, 7 iconic women. Master the art of quiet power, lead without apology, and turn femininity into your greatest weapon. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/GOD. Thanks for watching.